Let's take a look at this private label e-commerce CBD brand that was recently listed for sale at an asking price of $315,000 plus inventory. It is making $156,796 per year, and you may have already noticed this. That works out to a valuation multiple of just over 2x. That is a very appealing valuation multiple for an established and profitable online business. So in this video, I'm going to unpack the details of this business listing and share some of my experience-based insight into this business and the details in this business model, some of the things I like, don't like, challenges and risks that I see, and ultimately my opinion on the business's valuation. On that note, if you're interested in acquiring an established and profitable online business, you got to sign up for the Acumen Wire newsletter. It's a newsletter I run where I send out online businesses that were recently listed for sale with a focus on established, profitable, and time-tested businesses. I'll put a link below to acumenwire.com so you can head on over there and get signed up. Now, let's get into this business listing. We'll start with just kind of a brief overview of what the business does here. And the first sentence of the teaser describes it quite well. That is, launched in September 2020, this Shopify site sells private label cannabidiol CBD related products, including gummies, tinctures, topicals, pills, and capsules for people and pets. So they sell these CBD products, which have been, I would say, rather trendy over the last few years as an alternative to pain management and improving sleep. I think that is really the big focus of the product. It sells those products on their own website and they're private labeling them. That means, if you're not already familiar with that term, that means they've got an independent contractor manufacturing them, putting their packaging label and design on it, and it is being sent out under their brand. So they're not actually producing the products, they're buying it, private label, branding it, reselling it, and they're selling it on their own Shopify website. Now, let's pick out the details that I like. And first up, one of them is private label. They're not reselling somebody else's brand, right? They've got their own brand and they've established their own brand and are building it. Also, 75% repeat customer rate. That's really high. 360 plus subscribers with about 13,000 in recurring monthly revenue. That is very good. It's got recurring revenue. It's got the repeat customers. I'm going to assume that the 75% repeat customer rate is factoring in the recurring customers as well. It's not just people that buy once and then come back a month later and buy again. I'm going to assume that that's factored into it. Still, the repeat customer rate in the subscription model is excellent. Positive attributes for this business. That means that you have, with those numbers, you have a higher than one-time purchase lifetime value of the customer. So therefore you can factor that into what you'll spend on advertising to acquire a customer. And subsequently, if you do no advertising and the business stops getting new customers, you still have income coming in. It's not dependent on constantly getting new customers. So I like that. Some of the other details here. The products are sourced from the US and manufactured and derived from federal government approved hemp plants in Colorado. I really don't think you can work this product internationally, so that has to be what it is. They are inventory based and utilize a 3PL in the US. This is really, really good in two ways. First of all, the inventory. I know a lot of people like to or are attracted to dropship business models, but fundamentally dropship business models don't really have a moat because if you're drop shipping it, anybody else can drop ship it. Here, holding inventory is a bit of a barrier to entry that creates a little bit of a moat around your business and the business model. So yes, there has to be inventory on the books, hence the asking price of $315,000 plus inventory, but this also keeps out a lot of people from just popping up so quick and competing with you. Granted, there's no shortage of competition in the CBD space, but this does keep some of them out. So I like that it holds inventory, but I really like that it is using a 3PL. So in this case, the private label manufacturer produces them, product goes to a 3PL, third-party logistics provider, and they hold the inventory. When one of them sells, they send it out. So the operator or seller of this business, or you as the buyer, are not literally holding the inventory in your house or in a warehouse and paying for all that expense and the headache and having to go package orders and send them out. That's all done. That's already set up in place. I really like that. And I think that that is my preferred way to run an e-commerce business. So often when I'm looking at business listings or making videos like this and reviewing it, I'm like, gosh, they've got a warehouse and all that. And in fact, one of the recent ones that I just did on surfing accessories, I'm like, they really need to get this stuff to a 3PL. Why have they not done that already? Well, maybe there's a bigger reason or problem why. Anyways, 3PL, the concept is awesome. That is the way to go if you're doing e-commerce. This business already has that in place. And then as we come down here, let's see what else we got. Here we go. The company utilizes affiliate marketing to generate the vast majority of its revenue. All right, so they're using an affiliate network and they've built out an affiliate base to sell their products. That's how they're driving most of their sales. So they have got other people out there promoting it by sharing a link. And in some ways, this is done in way more elaborate of a fashion than just sharing a link, but they've got other people driving sales to the link. The link gets tracked back to that affiliate. The affiliate gets paid out a commission. So it's nice that they've already got this in place. And we'll tie this into a couple other points here, such as why the business cannot be marketed on typical advertising channels. But it's good that they have this affiliate network in place, and I think this is incredibly powerful and really is an opportunity. But there's so much that can be said around this regarding the other channels and the profit margin that we're going to segue away and come back to this, I think, a few more times before I wind things down. Let's shift gears from all this stuff and go to the profit margin. And this is one of the things that I really look at first, although I did not do it for this video, when it comes to an e-commerce business. For a physical product e-commerce business, I really would not acquire a business that did not have at least a 25% margin. Well, we can do the math here, just do the quick math in our head and see they're doing $318,000 in revenue and generating income of $156,000. That works out to, quick in our head, about a 50% margin. So it's well above that 25% threshold. And I would say that's pretty damn good, even considering the fact, or just considering the fact that they have to pay out affiliate commissions for their affiliate network within their expenses before they arrive at income. So included in their expenses are the payouts to the affiliate network. So even after the product costs and paying out the affiliates, they are still generating a 50% margin. And I think that is just absolutely awesome. Like really, really good. Because, if the affiliates wanted to increase, or not wanted to, they don't really want to increase. They always want to, but if the affiliate started leaving, here's where I'm going with this. If the affiliate started leaving, you have room to increase the commission and still operate the business profitably. So the margin is good, and it is good enough to sustain this affiliate network and high enough that you could grow or combat competition from other affiliate programs. And by that, I mean other CBD companies that say, hey, affiliates, you're promoting this. Why don't you promote ours and we'll pay you, 10% more than they were paying you, etc. Okay. So lots to like on that side of things. And also, I guess one other thing before we move on here, two brothers own the business, with one being absentee and the other spending about 5 to 7 hours per week. You'd want to first confirm, what all is happening in the business, who's doing what, right? And all that, make sure it's all legit. But I do feel like this is accurate. Maybe not 100% accurate, but I do feel like one of the owners is minimally involved in doing the work, or I feel like there's not enough, saying all kinds of things here. I do feel like this is accurately reflective of the workload of this business because they've got the 3PL in place. Really, all that needs to be done is basic customer inquiries, making sure the inventory is getting produced into the 3PL. That maybe happens once a month or once a quarter. And then finally, Well, that's really it. Make sure the inventory gets produced, make sure the customer basic inquiries get handled, and that's really it. Oh, make sure the affiliates are all happy and getting paid out. So that's really it. Seems like pretty light workload business to run with a 3PL in place. Indeed, most e-commerce businesses are with a 3PL in place. So what are the risks and challenges here? Well, they point one out here because CBD cannot be marketed on typical advertising marketing channels such as Facebook and Google. The company utilizes affiliate marketing. Basically, what they're saying here is the CBD product cannot be marketed on paid marketing channels like Facebook and Google. Now, that is 75% true. And I will say that is 75% true because it's technically true, but there are ways around it. So I've seen a lot of these be done, and they kind of just run ads to a landing page where neither one of them mentions CBD, and then the landing page links to a page that actually mentions CBD. So we've got this awesome new gummy that makes you feel great, blah, 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 all the properties. Click here to learn more. The landing page just basically says, you know, here we've got it. It is only $50 a month or whatever. Click here to get signed up, right? And then on that sign up page, it reveals all of the details about CBD specifically. I say revealing like it's negative. It's not necessarily negative, but it starts mentioning the CBD at that point where the user has gotten away from Facebook. And I've seen a lot of them doing this. So they're making it happen through ads. It is just tricky. If you're going to make it happen, you have to be a very, very skilled marketer, if not have some experience with CBD. This is not something that you want to get into and plan on running ads for if you don't have a lot of experience running ads on these platforms. So that's one of the risks and challenges. Your other risk could be that other CBD companies start promoting an affiliate program, right? Or start driving affiliates to promote their program and stealing affiliates away. So you're kind of beholden to these affiliates, but fortunately you do have margin. You do have room in the margin to increase the payout to the affiliates. All right, so those are really the only two risks that I see behind this. But overall, I think the affiliate network is pretty stable. It's a pretty stable model. It's way more stable than relying, far more, like exponentially more stable, I got to stress that, than relying on organic traffic. I don't like businesses that rely on any form of organic traffic because you're subject to platform risk, right? If your business is ranking in the top 3 on Google for a high volume keyword, you're making all kinds of money. Google changes the algo, boom, you're out of there, right? With this, the affiliates aren't just going to whack you down overnight. They're not going to leave tomorrow, but you'll notice, hey, one of them left. Maybe talk to them, why'd you leave? Well, they're offering to pay more. Okay, so you know that that's going to be a problem. Then they kind of trickle down. So yeah, not a substantial risk there. Let's talk about the opportunities behind this business here. And I think that is really growing the affiliate network. That is the easy driver of growth to pull. That can be working with the affiliates that you have and seeing if maybe paying a little bit higher commission allows them to drive more sales. Because affiliates can operate in several different ways. And the way I just express it by paying them more to see if they drive more sales would apply to affiliates that are either running email outbound advertising or marketing to an email list or something like that, where they have the ability to stick in more promotion, right, or promote your product more relative to others, or are running ads. They're doing the ads and running them through splash pages to ultimately drive the sales of the product. If you pay them more commission, they can spend more on ads, get you more sales, right? The other way is building your affiliate network without increasing commissions by simply getting it listed on these affiliate marketplaces like OfferVault and JVZoo, so promoting it on there, maybe getting them to promote it by email to the people in their marketplace, or going out and reaching out to influencers or publications and getting them signed up to promote the affiliate product. I think there's a lot of ways to grow this affiliate channel here. That is the biggest opportunity that I see. They've already got the subscription. It seems like they've got a solid business in place here. So just growing what they've already got is the best way. And of course, by nature, as a very experienced marketer and paid media buyer, I would certainly be getting this up and running on the Meta and Google advertising platforms. They mention other growth opportunities, including adding a new CBD products and variations and formalizing a relationship with a publisher they've been working with that could increase revenue by 20%. Okay, so they're talking about, expanding the product line and formalizing a relationship with a publisher. That means they've been talking to somebody about promoting it as an affiliate. Doing these affiliate deals does require a bit of relationship building and constantly staying top of mind and getting them to promote your product. So maybe there's some ways there that they could enhance their relationships or constantly work that biz dev angle to get the affiliates promoting it. They do mention they have a small wholesale account, and have plans for how to execute making this a growth avenue. But if they have the plan, why didn't they do that before selling the business, juice up this sales, the profitability? Subsequently, that'll flow back out in equity. So yeah, the big growth opportunity though is really working that affiliate network. And if you are really building that affiliate network and getting it to grow, and subsequently, if you can, getting paid advertisements running. So on that note, what do I think about the business valuation? Well, I think the business valuation is very good, on the very low side of fair for a buyer. I like this business. I like the valuation. I think it's reasonable. What would make it not so valuable or not so appealing would be if they have a ton of inventory they're expecting you to buy. If they come out and say, hey, we got 300K in inventory. But I don't see that being the case because these products are pretty concise. There's not a huge variation in CBD products. So they probably don't have a ton of SKUs, and a ton of SKUs leads to a bunch of inventory. They probably don't have that, and it's all largely subscription based. So considering that, I don't really see the inventory as a major risk here. Yeah, that's really the only thing I could see that would kind of hamper the valuation. Overall, I think this business is valued quite reasonably. I like it at this valuation. On that note, guys, if you found this video helpful or insightful, you know the drill. Smash that like button to help me out in the YouTube algorithm. And let me know in the comments what you think about this business and the valuation, particularly if there's anything you feel like I missed out on. Let me know in the comments below. I'm calling it a wrap and signing off on that note.